Oil slumps 6% to 4-week low on recession concerns. Strong dollar. New York oil fees tumbled about 6% to a 4-week low on Friday on concerns that interest price hikes by means of foremost valuable banks ought to slow the global financial system and cut call for electricity. Also pressuring expenses, the US dollar this week rose to its maximum stage when you consider that December 2002 in opposition to a basket of currencies, making oil extra steeply priced for buyers the usage of different currencies. Brent futures fell $6.69, or 5.6%, to settle at $113.12 a barrel, even as U.S. West Texas Intermediate (WTI) crude fell $8.03, or 6.8%, to settle at $109.56. That turned into the lowest near for Brent due to the fact that May 20 and the lowest for WTI due to the fact May 12. It changed into also the largest daily percent decline for Brent for the reason that early May and the most important for WTI due to the fact that overdue March. For the week, Brent futures declined for the first time in 5 weeks, even as WTI dropped for the first time in 8 weeks. There will be no U.S. trading on Monday, the Juneteenth excursion. Crude fees tumbled because the greenback rallied, Russia signaled oil exports have to increase, and as worldwide recession fears develop, said Edward Moya, senior marketplace analyst at data and analytics organization OANDA. Global significant bankers who loosened monetary coverage at some point of the pandemic to keep away from a recession, at the moment are tightening to fight inflation. The Federal Reserve this week hiked U.S. costs with the aid of the most in extra than 1/4 of a century. With the important banks making pretty tremendous movements to limit increase through hobby rate hikes, and financial tightening is showing up right here inside the petroleum complex, stated John Kilduff, companion at Again Capital LLC in New York, noting that slower monetary increase ought to cut power demand. With the Fed anticipated to preserve elevating hobby charges, open interest in WTI futures at the New York Mercantile Exchange fell on Thursday to its lowest degree when you consider that May 2016 as traders reduce lower back on volatile property. U.S. fuel and diesel futures additionally slid over 4% on worries excessive pump prices will reduce demand. Automobile organization AAA stated the rate of diesel at the pump hit a record excessive $5.798 per gallon on Friday, at the same time as the price of gas hit a record high of $5.016 in advance in the week. U.S. energy corporations this week brought simply 4 oil rigs as President Joe Biden slammed producers for profiting from sky-high charges as opposed to doing more to boost output. Rig U, even as his management needs Saudi Arabia to provide extra oil, Biden stated he changed into now not going to have a bilateral assembly with Saudi Arabia's de facto chief Mohammed bin Salman during his journey to the location next month, and that he was simplest seeing the Saudi crown prince as a part of a broader, worldwide meeting. Russia, in the meantime, expects its oil exports to growth in 2022 despite Western sanctions and a European embargo, the Russian deputy energy minister said on Friday, consistent with TASS information company. The marketplace's turbulence has actually multiplied in view that Russia invaded Ukraine on February 24. Russian gasoline flows to Europe fell short of demand on Friday as an early heat wave within the south boosted demand for aircon. The European Union's GovFrame endorsed that Ukraine and Moldova come to be applicants for membership within the world's largest trading bloc. An oil tanker chartered by Italy's Eni SPA will soon depart Venezuela with first shipment in years to Europe.